व्हाट इज अप? ओके, हम लोग लाइव है क्या? क्या हम लाइव है भाई साहब? देखने दो। ओ यस, हम लोग लाइव है। व्हाट इज अप एवरीवन? सो जो लोग अभी देख रहे हैं, आई डोंट नो अभी कोई चैट में रहेगा अभी नहीं, बट जो लोग बाद में देख रहे हैं, तो आज हम लोग करने वाले गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट में सुमेरु का क्या बोलते हो, आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट। तो बेसिकली जो मेन स्टोरी लाइन है गेंशिन का, वो हम लोग आगे लेके जा रहे हैं। सो एक सेकेंड भाई, सभी क्या है, तो अभी हम लोग पहले प्रमोशन करेंगे कि हम लोग लाइव है भाई, प्लीज आओ यार, मैं पैर पड़ता तुम लोग के, वो सब करेंगे हम लोग, ठीक है। उसके बाद उनको होने को आया, एक सेकेंड, अरे तो एक्चुअली हम लोग यूजुअली क्या अभी हाँ, सैटरडे को नहीं आते लाइव, बट लाइक मैं लास्ट कल मैं लाइव नहीं आया था, तो मतलब कि ठीक है अभी आता, और मुझे खेलने का भी बहुत मन कर रहा था। वाज लाइक मैं ये एक्चुअली चालू करने वाला था, देखो मैं सब शेयर करने दो फटक से। मैं एक्चुअली ज़रा लेट चालू करने वाला था, मतलब मंडे इश समय अराउंड वो टाइम पे मैं चालू करने वाला था गेंशिन, ये जो आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट है, बट देन आई वाज लाइक कि ठीक है इतना रुकना फायदेमंद नहीं है। हाँ मैं एक्चुअली बस कचिंग कॉज में ये रिएक्शन में देख रहा था कि क्या है कैसा है। बहुत लोग बोल रहे थे कि लाइक इलेक्ट्रो के सब कैरेक्टर्स अभी मेटा में वायबल हो चुके हैं, यू कैन प्ले देम, सो आई वाज लाइक मैं बस आई गेस C1 कचिंग है या C2 क्या इसका, वन कचिंग नॉर्मल अटैक, ओके एनर्जी फनलिंग करता है और कुछ, ठीक है भाई साहब। हम लोग जा रहे हैं अभी सुमेरु, ओह डिलीट भी करना है, एक सेकेंड लिए हुए मेरा एक्चुअली बॉल दिख रहा नहीं है कि कुछ बीटी हो गया, ओके हाँ शॉर्ट नहीं मेरा इधर, ओके कुछ तो नेट का ये एक्चुअली मतलब मैं नेट का प्रॉब्लम है कि गेंशिन में है, ये मेरा एक्चुअली लोडिंग बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम ले रहा है। पहले लाइक टीपी क्या ख़त्म भाई, मैं पहुंच भी गया उधर, अभी मैं ऐसा जाएगा आएगा ना, इधर उधर टाइम पास करेगा, कभी भी ये उधर, अरे यार बाकी है। मेरा एक्चुअली मेरे जो योई में है उसके मैंने आर्टिफैक्ट्स कचिंग को दिए, अब दिए थे, बोलो मत मुझे नीचे आना है, मैं ऊपर से आने दो भाई, हाँ नीचे आई गेस, हाँ ये राइस पर ऊपर है, चलो भाई साहब। अच्छी मुझे इसका गेम प्ले ज़रा अच्छा लगता है कचिंग का, जस्ट फॉर वन रीज़न कि वो उसका ये देखो ऐसा टेलीपोर्ट करते हैं ना, ये मुझे ज़रा सिक लगता है, सो दैट्स वाई मैंने रखा है। हम लोग अभी क्वेस्ट ट्रिगर की, एक क्वेस्ट ट्रिगर किधर होता है, अरे चल नाना चिट्टा, मेरे को देखा ना अभी मैं नीचे गया था, मुझे बोला कि हायर ऊपर जाओ, और अभी दिखा रहे लोअर, फालतू। तो चलो देखता भी ये क्वेस्ट, मुझे मेरे बहुत फ्रेंड्स ने बोला है कि दिस क्वेस्ट इज़ लाइक 8 to 10 आवर्स का, तो लेट्स, ये देखो इधर है नाना चिटांग है चा, ठीक है हम लोग इधर से करेंगे कि कंटिन्यू वॉकिंग थ्रू, चलो भाई चलते चलते हम लोग है ना, हम लोगों का कुछ तो अच्छा टीम लेते हैं। और ये भाई तो तुम लोग को अपडेट करना पता है क्या, सो वी कैन हैव 10 स्लॉट्स, तो अभी मैं सब जगह कुछ ना कुछ, तो मैं जो कैरेक्टर्स जिसको भी मेरे को बिल्ड करना है मैं उन सबको रख रहा हूँ, सो दैट आई विल नो कि इसको भी बढ़ाना है, इसको भी। मैं एक्सपीरियंस टीम रखता हूँ। नहीं नहीं, फाइट बीट हुआ तो बीटी हो जाएगा ना। हाँ जाने दो, अभी जो मेन करो। इतो का भी टीम रख सकता हूँ मैं, बट ठीक है जाने दो। आहा, आ गई सुमेरु में। फेक करना है भाई, ऐसा बताओ कि सुमेरु फर्स्ट है हमारे। आहा, क्या सुमेरु रीजन है।
Now that we made it to Sumeru,
Yes.
our next objective should be to head to Sumeru City and find a way to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
मैं एक्चुअली इंटरेस्टेड हूँ कि इसमें इंडिया का एलिमेंट क्या उन लोगों ने
Speaking of Lesser Lord
यूज किया है।
Kusanali, even though we haven't heard too much about her, she doesn't seem to be the same deity who abducted your sister.
अरे यार ये देखो क्रिस्टल फ्लाइज है, वो मुझे चाहिए था।
So, people call Sumeru the nation of wisdom, you know. If we can get a chance to meet the god of wisdom, maybe she can give us some useful information.
मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ इधर भी कुछ नहीं मिलेगा। वो भी बोलेगी कि नहीं मैं तो अभी पैदा हुई हूँ, मुझे क्या मालूम क्या हुआ था। एंड हाँ बाय द वे विजडम बोला है तो आई थिंक सो इधर के पजल बहुत बहुत हार्ड होने वाले हैं।
Paimon doesn't know the way to Sumeru City. Maybe we can climb up to that spot with the statue of the Seven on it. That'll give us a way better view of things. Even if we can't see exactly where the city is, at least we'll be able to check for some smaller settlements nearby.
ओके। ओह
Wait a second. Look,
मैं ऑटो पे
there's
डालता हूँ।
someone up ahead.
कोनिचिवा। अरे मेरे को ये उठाने का, वो जो ये जो घूम रहा है ना।
Now we can just ask for directions rather than
चलो।
one. Hey there. We're not from around here and seem
Hey,
to
good.
be lost. We'd like to ask for some direct. Huh? Did they not hear Paimon? Hey, you over there. Could
भाई
you
फुल
give us some
इग्नोर है,
directions?
फुल इग्नोर, फुल इग्नोर।
What's going on here? There's no way she could have missed that. Wait, could she be ignoring us? Well, even so, she might be heading someplace where we could find other people to
अब
ask.
पूरा फैन फास्ट कर।
Let's keep our distance. When we get the chance, we'll just ask someone else for directions.
ठीक है भाई। ओके सो हियर वी गो। मुझे पहले इसको उठाने दो मेरे को।
Come on, let's follow her.
यस।
Just keep quiet.
छी
Make
भाई,
sure she doesn't notice us.
फॉलो वीडियो करते हैं। निर्लज्ज पाइमॉन।
Huh? She just walked near that small waterfall and then suddenly vanished. Paimon thought this cave would lead to a village or something, but it looks like that's not the case. Look, she's sitting over there. Wait, she couldn't possibly be living here, could she? What should we do now? Do we try asking her for directions again? Alright then. It's not like we have anyone else we can ask. Even if she's not very friendly, we just need her to point us in the... Oh,
लव स्मेल।
what a lovely smell. It's coming from that sensor over there. This is definitely not your typical place to call home, but at least it smells nice.
Uh-oh.
Huh? What's the matter? You don't look too good.
This smell
What?
it's
Is the smell making you feel sick?
ooh. Uh-oh.
What's happening? Traveler? This is...
भाई साहब ये क्या हुआ? हाँ? ये क्या है? ओके हम लोगों को क्या इधर बीच में आना है? ओके डूड क्या प्रिटी है, क्या प्रिटी है। क्या था वो? ओ कंटिन्यू फॉलोइंग. ओके, क्या प्रिटी लग रहा है रे. अब वापस. अरे पूरा एक ही कट सीन दे दो ना, क्या 5-5 मिनट चला रहे हो. नहीं नहीं, लूमिन नहीं हो सकती. मुझे लगा लूमिन है बट आई डोंट थिंक सो. मुझे लग रहा है कि लाइक माइट बी द आर्कॉन. आई डोंट नो. आर्कॉन होना लॉजिकली.
Are you sure it's not serious? The traveler's been. Yes, you can relax.
Dude,
Believe me, Master
Collie.
is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that he's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
भाई ये मस्त skip था. Let's skip to the good part. सीधा स्टोरी के अंदर.
You're finally awake!
Call hey.
Well, we're at. Good question. Where are we? Hyman was in such a panic when you passed out that she even forgot to ask what place this is. This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru. as a
Gandharva.
base defense in the rainforest. Now it's mainly used by the forest rangers as a base of operations. My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. My master and I found you passed out during our patrol, so we brought you here.
Dude, इसमें actually Indian names है.
Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort?
No, it seems to be fine. Except
Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine you're tasting. He gave you some while you were unconscious. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up.
मास्टर कौन है इसका?
Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter?
Oh.
Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with these. All right, I'll get it for you once I'm finished here.
इसका आवाज क्या pleasing है.
Sorry, Master.
Yeah, nice.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board. But if Farbode forgets which mushrooms to avoid one more time, I'll have no choice but to leave the guide somewhere.
Okay.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking.
Yes, please do. If, on the off chance, Farbode simply enjoys having little imaginary fairies dance before his eyes, then we'll just let him be. But the next time he requires any of our medicine...
ये नहीं चाहिए. This is not the story.
So, how are you doing? Feeling better?
आवाज मस्त है रे.
This is my master, Forest Watcher Tainari. He is chief officer over all the rangers here in Gandharvaville.
गंधर्व है
I
वो.
already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to
Darshan
training
hai.
and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense?
Yes. हम लोग perfect हो because we are aliens.
Very good.
Technically.
Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences?
ओ भाई
Or
सपना आया
did
था
you
बोल.
see anything while unconscious?
बोल. Yes.
Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari.
ओ टाइनारी है.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you tell us what's going on?
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for
गंधर्व.
further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation once I explain everything to you.
ठीक
Based
है
on
भाई.
what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
ये वापिस वापिस हो जाएगा ये वापिस.
Are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out, aren't you? So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. At least until you stop having adverse reactions to this kind of smell, okay?
Nice.
Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
टाइनारी.
Seriously? We just arrived in Sumeru and we're already having problems. Paimon knows we're set on meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali as soon as possible, but you really don't look
What
too
if
good.
they're like?
It'd probably be best to let you recover first.
What if they're like? Oh, you. What if they're like? Oh, you want to meet the lesser lord? ठीक है, I'll take you to her. Damn, ढूंढना भी नहीं पड़ा.
Hey, are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here worrying about you. What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be?
Magic. I'm not sure. बोल कभी तो भाई. When I saw the vision, I felt as I was standing deep underground, but the red sky couldn't be there.
Considering how unique you are, Paimon trusts your judgment here.
But
But why didn't you say anything? If he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse.
I don't think
right?
that's the case. Oh,
Huh? You mean that Tainari already knows that what you saw weren't hallucinations?
that is the case. Why would he try to hide it now? Exactly, we need to get to the bottom of this.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Well,
Yes.
that settles it then.
ठीक
We'll
है.
stay here to rest up and figure out what's going on with your hallucinations. But
Let's
seems
go.
like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should do?
Huh.
Good idea. Kale's pretty friendly. We can ask her tomorrow about what she knows regarding the Dendro Archon and customs in Sumeru.
Yes. Dude, I don't want to do that time thing. हाँ, मुझे direct आगे लेके चलो.
Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale.
Good. Proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Oh, Kyon. What's it? Ashpazi. Pazzi.
All right, next let's see your right hand.
Yes, not
Not
bad.
bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter, well, you understand.
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
ऐसा एकदम good spirit type वाला लगता है, but
Since we'll be staying here for now, we thought we might as well try lending a hand around here.
okay, is this angle right?
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of Gandharvaville for the day. And if
गंधर्व
you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the Seven.
Denari,
Oh,
we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the forest.
we will
now.
clean the
I'll leave any
statue.
further
हम लोग हाथ
details to
लगाएंगे
Kale.
और डेंड्रो आएगा. Nice.
Yes, you can count on. So, Kale, what exactly are we going to be doing today?
भजन.
I mentioned cleaning the statue just now, but
Well, a forest ranger's responsibility. We handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads, maintaining forest facilities, ensuring fire prevention standards are met, and providing assistance to travelers and locals.
You know, मैं जब Pokemon I guess Diamond and Pearl था या X and Y था, तो वहाँ पे like ranges introduce किए थे और मेरा बहुत अच्छा कि like oh damn forest ranger is so dope. and बाद में real world में जो ranges थे वो मैंने देखा. I was like कि ah shit अपने को भी forest ranger बनना चाहिए. बाद में मैंने एक movie देखा है. I was like shit rangers actually ऐसा मैं जो देख रहा था fairy tale है.
As for Master, well, he has to handle more dangerous areas of the rainforest. Today we can perform routine checks on the pathway lamps as we make our way to the Statue of the Seven.
चलो डेंड्रो के पास.
traveler, this way.
Are
You can
you
leave the task of checking the lamps to me. In the meantime, you two can keep an eye out for anything unusual.
sir? Yes sir. Yeah here.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next.
मुझे लगा ऐसा और ज़्यादा impressive होगा but ठीक है. Let's go.
Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it.
Oh, these are lamps. Nice.
No problems with this lamp. Good.
मैंने expect नहीं किया था ऐसे
Statue
lamps
of the
रहेंगे.
Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before. It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon? You know, what's she like?
Okay, now I'm.
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Dude, there are two Archons. The heck?
Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago. According to what Master has told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarastana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then...
Huh? You're not too sure?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case...
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Arey.
Wait, Amber? You mean...
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person.
Hey, nice.
No one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and... Sorry.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure. You...
Sorry. I was
It's alright, Kale. Knowing that you're a friend of Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to... So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters. In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust.
Apura.
I wish I could tell you more about the SUMERU Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
भाई सबके पास कुछ ना कुछ तो रीजन है.
You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned...
Oh, I'm happy that was helpful. There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you...
Oh.
So that's why you're here.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right? Alright,
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest.
Okay, ठीक है. ठीक है, that was a good conversation, I can say. Up and out. Okay, हम लोग ऐसा. Oh, जाइएगा. Nice. ओए हाय. अरे यार गैस उड़ गया.
now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Kusanali.
The name does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure... Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care
He
of
will touch the statue and zoof. He will touch the statue and zoof. अरे dude.
Work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Kale.
I thought कि यार शायद disappointing. मतलब मैंने इतना टाइम नहीं किया है आर्कॉन कोस्ट तो आई गेस मुझे आइडिया नहीं.
Kale, we're back.
You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
चलो.
Yay, food! What kind of... Hey! Party pooper. It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Chef,
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets.
Okay.
no! You dropped it on...
Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon, those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so...
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime.
Let's go.
I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own...
Yay! Thanks, Kale! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy
Oh!
Kale, don't you think that Tainari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission. Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but he's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy...
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. Oh, by the way, You've heard of the academia, right? Well, there's a group called, well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears. Seems you already know him well. Anyway, I'm sure the sages were not happy about his responses. Master could obviously have a bright future in the academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a forest watcher. Every day he helps the locals of the forest and passes on his extensive knowledge to trainees like me. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make...
Really?
Okay.
Paimon would have never guessed. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even kept Paimon's still kinda upset though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little, but it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, "Why, oh why, is he going to die?" It probably started to get under Master.
Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! No, he's totally starting to let That's it! Paimon won't forget this! It's time for some primordial wrath!
No! Don't touch me!
Sorry, Kale.
No, I just...
Akale, are you okay?
हाँ कुछ तो बेटी है
What's the
इसका.
matter?
No, I'm... I'm fine. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharvaville.
गंधर्व.
I think Master and the others should be back by now, too.
Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
कुछ तो बेटी है. भाई नाम का वाट लगा जाए गंधर्व. लुफे मागे मागे. काय नाही ते. लाइक लूफी माई डॉग, उसको भी नया चीज़ मालूम पड़ा है. तो बेड पे क्लाइम करता है उधर से टिपॉय पे आता है. टिपॉय से मेरे डेस्क पे कुछ रहेगा तो वैसा सूंघ के बैठेंगे. ये क्या ये खाना है, ये खाना नहीं है. ओके ठीक है, ये नहीं खाना है, चलो. ओह
Traveler, you've returned.
यस.
We're back!
Oh, Kale?
Oh, okay. Guess what?
भाई कितना मतलब खत्म. अरे नानाची टांग रे. ओके हम लोग इधर भी रुक सकते हैं ना. तुम लोग ऐसा डायरेक्ट खुद ही क्यों नहीं टाइम स्किप करते रे. ओह वो सीखता जो भी था, पर सीखता. बहुत मारेगा अभी. एक और दे बुद्धे बोला तो.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe
Yes.
she's in a better mood now.
सीखना रही. तू बोलेगा क्या हुआ है.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about...
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here? Where's Kale?
I came to check on Kale's condition.
You mean she's sick? How could she be? Oh, wait a minute.
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for... Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care... I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing...
So, Tainari, what's...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine.
यस बराबर है. मैं यूजुअली आधा कॉन्वर्जेशन रीड कर लेता हूँ पहले ही. तो अगर तुम लोग तो तुम लोग जस्ट कैच अप विथ मी और तुम लोग के पीछे जाके भी देख सकते हो अगर स्टोरी सुनना है तो। बस मैं सब पूरा घुस जाता हूँ स्टोरी में।
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
Yes sir.
So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because Kale asked, and honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you.
Oh.
But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to...
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is something she's been...
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
They will lose all control over the body.
Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting out...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
Okay, lied. Okay.
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Arey yaar.
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful. But her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can...
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been...
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted...
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her... Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She
Gandharva.
was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid
She can collect the Oculus. Stamina बढ़ जाएगा. Easy.
Alright, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine.
Oh.
Yeah, we'd like to do something.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering.
No problem.
Let's go then.
Chalo.
We'll be looking for a plant known as lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Nilotapala. Nilotapala lotus.
Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Gandharva.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct.
Yes, sir.
Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me.
Oh,
The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh,
okay.
okay then.
There should be lunar lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the
Hot. Okay, so we have to search for them. हम लोग जरा ये मार के आते देखते क्या है. ठीक है नहीं है. यहाँ पे किधर मिल सकते हैं? Oh, is this? Oh, easy boy.
Alright, we've gathered enough lunar lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
किधर है वो?
Hey Tainari, we found the lotuses you requested.
Let me take a look. Good, very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on some other
Hey, Tainari!
Okay, fight.
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name.
Ah yes, that's a mirror in the... Let's go find out what's going on.
Yes, let's go. ये गेम में ना बहुत सारा कॉन्वर्सेशन ऐसा रहता है कि लाइक जो यूजफुल भी नहीं है. बड़ रहता है बुगड़ का माइंडी. बोल. What's up?
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandhara.
गंधर्व विदले.
What's going on?
विले विजय कुछ भी हो, but गंधर्व है वो.
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already clear just a week ago. Wait, can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So
Okay, I understand. You made the right decision. I'll go deal with it right away. In the meantime, please guide these two back to Gandharvaville.
Hey.
Tainari, why don't you...
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with... There's a unique type of anomaly that occurs in the Sumeru rainforest. It's called the withering. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to wildlife and even people. If you don't carry a vision, then you should think twice before approaching.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. I wasn't kidding when I said the rainforest is a danger. As Amir said, only someone with a vision, that is, the power to manipulate elements, will be able to resist the withering's corrosive effects for it.
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone.
I might be able to help with this.
But you don't seem to carry...
Don't worry, he may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, alright, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today. We'll show you what it looks like up close.
पार्ट लगा दिए नाम का. हम लोग जो स्पेशलिटी दिखेगा सब उठाएंगे. ये सुमेरु रोज से तो बहुत है अपने पास. ओके वहाँ पे दिखा क्या है वो. मैं एक्चुअली सुमेरु कुछ एक्सप्लोर नहीं किया अभी तक, तो मतलब सिर्फ स्टैच्यू ऑफ 7 उठा है, ओपन किया है.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kinda gloomy. Even... Oh, Paimon...
That is the withering. Alright, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Once inside, we'll need to look for what we call tumors of the withering. If we eliminate those, then the area will be safe. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time handling this sort of thing, after all. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the Withering Zone, you may experience extreme discomfort. If at any point it becomes too much, return outside the zone and take a breather. It could become a matter. You ready then?
Let's go.
Let's go.
You know, when there's such places, tough places, हम किसे बुलाते हैं?
First, we must locate any branches sustaining the Withering Zone.
Jongli. हेल्प टेकना है, क्या करना क्या है इसमें, ये क्या है? मारना, तोड़ना, पीटना कुछ है क्या? I guess I have to break this. Hey. तो इसको पहले रुको खत्म करते हैं। कुछ भी नहीं दिया। कलेक्ट ओके आई गेस have to collect this and then attack the branch. This is not it. कुछ तो हो रहा है भाई साहब, कुछ तो हो रहा है। ओह हो we just cause bloom if पहले इन लोगों को खत्म करता है।
Order guide you.
खत्म। Like seriously you don't get anything इन लोगों को मारने के बाद। फिर कुछ होता है क्या? Okay, इधर कुछ तो हुआ। Oh, okay.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
I don't think so. इसको कुछ इतना करेगा। जरा पानी में आ।
Now, destroy the tumors of the Withering.
ओह, ठीक है, इतना भी टफ नहीं था।
Yes, thanks to you two. We were able to quickly...
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which the Withering Zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that Withering Zone, it won't be long. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The Withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the Withering Zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of Withering Zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why is...
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The Withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right?
हाँ
They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground. Ley
हाँ
lines continually absorb the memories of this
oh big
world,
fan अरे
which are
Rapeli
then
what
funneled
is
into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times.
हम लोग एक्चुअली एक
to
स्टोरी
present
क्वेस्ट
day.
कर रहे हैं Genshin का
The Dendro Archon
का
is
स्टोरी
known as
मस्त
the
है
god of wisdom
oh main
because
part
her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irminsul. And as for the Withering, its emergence is related to a disease that's affecting it.
oh मुझे लगा था पहले हम लोगों को उसे डिस्ट्रॉय करना होगा बट देन बाद में लगा ओके सो देन मतलब जो मेन आर्कॉन है वो उसकी जो पावर है वो उधर से आती है सो मे बी उसके ऊपर कुछ तो ऐसे वायरस वीरस और कुछ तो हुआ रहेगा
That's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiars a long time
क्या
ago.
नाम है रुक दिवाता
But even those mysterious creatures did not know of a cure for Irminsul. I'm
रुक
afraid we
देवता है
rangers will
वो
be battling the Withering Zones here for a long
एक
time until
सेकेंड
a cure is found.
रुक देवता है वो अच्छा गावत भाई नाम का वाट लगा दिया इन लोगों ने माँ कसम
All right, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandhar.
गंधर्व गंधर्व बोल गंधर्व गंधर्व गंधर्व
Time to act.
अरे लोग इतना इतना प्रॉपर उन लोगों ने इतना नाम दिया है विच आर प्रॉपरली ओरिजिनेटिंग फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड ऑल भाई ऐसे एक्टर्स को लाओ ना कि जो नाम प्रॉपरली बोल सकते गंधर्व 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 इधर इधर ये एक कुछ तो उठा भाई यस वी मास्टर द आर्ट ऑफ अरे अच्छा ना चितांग गया ना एक सेकेंड ये में तो मार्क करता है ये बाद में बीटी होता है रे ये इधर से कुछ है ओ नॉट प्लेइंग वैलो टुडे सर अरे नहीं नहीं दादा मुझे एक्चुअली ये गेम का क्वेस्ट कंप्लीट करना है तो मैं एक्चुअली वही देख रहा हूँ वैलो मोस्टली वेडनेसडे के बाद ही
You all made it back. How did it go?
The Withering Zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry.
ओके
Wait, is that?
ए ओह मस्त आ
Oh no,
गया
Hypatia!
इस इनका बीटी
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
ओह हाँ 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 हाँ
Her? How could we forget?
Let me see what's written in the letter first.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? Oh, Paimon.
Yes, allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharva,
गंधर्व
Hypatia resumed her meditation.
गंधर्व
She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us.
What? You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait, how did you know all that from just a few lines on the page?
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her. Well, needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like
अरे यार
these.
मेरे को मत भेजो
Traveler, could you two bring?
Wait, you want us to bring her the rations? But will the traveler be okay if her cave is still filled with that?
Let's find out. Here, Traveler, take a smell and see. So, how do you feel?
ओह
Really? You're not. But wait, how'd you know that he'd be okay this time, Tainari.
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw while you were unconscious?
Hey.
That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for deceiving you, because what you saw is of significant importance. Not just for the nation of Sumeru, but the entire world of Tevat.
Oh.
My forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Rukadevata,
Ruka Devata.
to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any secrets from you. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actually real memories contained within Irminsul itself. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. Her focus on meditation and use of Spirit Borneo are aimed at establishing a connection with Irminsul, just as you do.
That sounds nice and all, but will she really help us? Seriously,
That was because when you ran into her, she was in a special phase of her training. During that time, she must avoid communicating with others. Please, wait here for a moment.
अभी क्या? I like इसका एक साइड में से वैसा ईयरिंग है, वो मस्त दिखता है. हो गया क्या भाई? जल्दी कर, पनवेल भी निकलना है.
Here, take these. It's a meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other ingredients. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her and she'll answer any questions you may have. No. I should be the one thanking you.
Hey.
You've both...
चलो भाई.
Hypatia should still be in the cave.
हम लोग नहीं जाने दो उसको, और आधा घंटा लगेगा और टीपी मारते बैठेगा. मैं एक सेकंड, वो ऊपर रहेगा ना. मैं इतना ठीक, हम लोग ऐसे ये रूट फॉलो करते हैं. क्या मालूम बाद में कुछ बाद में और नया बीटी मालूम पड़ा. ये इसको ऐसा नहीं ऐसा जाना है. ओह कुछ तो है अब. अरे नहीं, हाँ बचा, मैं बचा भाई भाई भाई. ये क्या है? क्या ये कल्प लता? ठीक है भाई.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's
अरे
doing.
यार वो बिडुक मिस हो गया मेरा. ठीक है, अंदर जाके अभी डिजी नहीं होना चाहिए. ओ किधर है?
Hello? Hypatia?
Nobody's here. We should look
Maybe she
our
went
food
out to look
and...
for some food. Let's
ठीक
try
है.
looking around the area.
ठीक है भाई. थोड़ा सा सन. ओके, कोई तो ऐसा एनिमे आना चाहिए भाई. फाट फूट लपड़ी. कुछ एक सेकंड. ओ वो क्या था? ठीक है. ऐसे दिख रहा क्यों नहीं वो? डोंट टेल मी मैं वापस चले गए उधर. हाँ? ओके वो गायब हो गया.
There you are. Hypatia, are you...
तो हंगरी था.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait.
हाँ? एक सेकेंड, हम लोग किधर दूसरी जगह है?
How things out here end up looking like this? What
रिलैक्स पाइमोन
Oh,
ठंडा लेता हूँ देख क्या बीती है This actually
this place is huge.
I think so हम लोग मैप पे नहीं है तो इस बेटर इधर जो भी चर्च मिलता है हम लोग उठा लेते हैं
I knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
ये इन लोगों का कुछ ड्रॉप कैसा नहीं है एटलीस्ट उसे खाने का सामान तो देने का ना Oh, you will find the resin mushroom. Three Lakshana. क्या करना है इसका? Let's go. इससे कुछ इतना हो रहा था नहीं अरे क्या ये गेंशिन का कभी कभी थोड़ी थोड़ी जगह पे इतना सा लैग होता है ना ऊपर हम लोग पहले देखते हैं क्या है ये मार के देखते हैं कुछ भी नहीं ठीक है हम लोग इधर इधर झाड़ बीड़ चढ़ के देखते क्या है इसका कुछ तो काम रहेगा ना ऐसा ही कोई फालतू में क्यों रखेगा ना अरे ये चढ़ भी नहीं सकते क्या ऐसा तो नहीं चल ही सकता ना अरे क्या बेटे okay okay I guess इधर में बहुत जगह है हाँ फिर मैं हाँ कर रहा था यस सर क्या ना I feel like a noob I am noob ठीक है इधर क्या है हम इधर से आए आइला व्हाट इज अप भाई लोग मैं क्या मस्जिद ना सको आओ ना भाई करते क्या ऐसी बीमारी है सबका जो हाल अरे ना शर्म Let's go, just go.
Stabilize.
इधर आओ नीड बन गिरा था तुम आधा पब्लिक गायब बुश भाई सोलो मारे गिरेगा ओह 22,000 मारा नाइस आने दो ओके क्या है ओह ओके मुझे ये पता नहीं था क्या है ये इधर किधर भी मत छोड़ देना है भाई किधर अच्छी जगह पे छोड़ना हाँ चलेगा, इधर भी छोड़ा तो। एक सेकेंड, ओ हम लोग अंदर पहुंच गए। ओके, you will sometimes find correctly. ओके, तो ऐसा 3 उठाने के, ठीक है। ओहो, अरे बेड़ो माते, इसे डैमेज दे रहा है क्या? हाँ, लेट्स गो। हाँ आ गए भाई बाहर। अब क्या, अब नीचे जाना है। ओह ऊपर है। ओके, और चाहिए ना इसको। किधर है? आया मैं। लो भाई आ गए हम। अब कहाँ जाना है? ये हाँ,
Huh? What happened just now? Why
ये
did
कहता
everything
है
around us suddenly change?
एग्जैक्टली। मैं सुमेरु, अपना सुमेरु कर रहा हूँ। वो कौन सा था रे? इन सुमा टाइप वाइब आ रहा है। ओके, what can I say? Damn. Happen. अरे मुझे एक्चुअली लगता है इसके ऊपर आया। ओह भाई, सितार बितार बजा रहे पब्लिक ने। मेरी माँ सुनेगी, वो बोलेगी मेरा बेटा इतना धार्मिक कैसे हो गया, ये सब सुनने लगा ऐसा गाने। ठीक है, तो वी ऑलमोस्ट देयर। ये ओह नाइस, ये भी मिल गया। अभी वो चाहिए ना। अरे को टी दबाया, आ गए पहुंच गए। खुल जा सिम सिम, एक्टिवेट। क्या है कैसे? मुझे कुछ तो भाई 2 महीने में अच्छा ना आना चिट्टा हूँ। तो इधर अभी किधर? अबे लिए लेके जा, डुए नहीं तो मॉन्स्टर। लेट्स गो। ओके, वापस इन ज़ूमा वाले इसमें हम लोग आए हैं।
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
ट्रैवलर बंद होएगा अभी। ये पजल सॉल्व करना है कि नहीं? किधर के करना है? ओके हो गया।
Osmanthus wine tastes
Zongli
the
chup
same as I
rahe.
remember.
What if ऐसा
But where are
कुछ?
those who share the memory?
क्या पजल हो सकता है?
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Lior tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
हाँ? ये क्या हो गया भाई? वो वापिस इनोजुमा वाला सीन हो रहा है, ट्रैवलर बंद हो रहा है। ज़्यादा लोगों को क्या ही वैलोरेंट गेम पसंद है, मतलब अच्छा गेम है बट इतना ज़्यादा मतलब खेल के ना ब्रेन डेड टाइप फील होता है। तो हम लोग चलना है। ये क्या था? हम कहाँ पे है? ये कैसे?
Harold, what are you planning to do in this
Strange place. Plotting. Bow before the abyss. Solidify.
आजा भाई, क्या ही देखो अभी मरता है कैसा पट खत्म भाई, गेम ओवर इसका। वीडियो को एनर्जी मिली ना, ज़्यादा मजा आएगा। अरे मैं सुआ
No, my sword!
हैं?
Huh? Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. We faced others like him before. What's wrong?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later.
वो क्या भी डेंडो यूज करेगा
It's time you realize
और कोई तो हेल्प करने आएगा
and powerless you really
और ऐसे इल्यूजन खत्म हो जाएगा। I must find my sister.
Oh, pitiful traveler. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey, but don't you fret now. Today will be your last.
हम लोग इसे इजीली हरा सकते थे, पर ये क्या बीटी है, लोर सक्स। मैं सोता हूँ ये चालू होने का मुझे उठा देना, ठीक है? गुड मॉर्निंग। चलो भाई ओपन करो। हो गया लगता है। हाँ
What do we do? We haven't seen. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's.
हाँ
Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey,
Sorry,
why did
I
you
kinda
drop her food
zoned
on the
out for
floor
a
like that? Oh, guess that makes sense. She does look kind of rough at the. Anyways, we can talk about this later.
इसने पाइमन को कुछ बोला क्यों नहीं है कि क्या हुआ, अभी इसका एक्सपीरियंस हुआ, इसको खुद को हुआ?
Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you?
चाइना ने हम लोग टिगना ही बोल रहे थे।
Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia.
Oh.
Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water.
Yes, sir.
Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Cutscene है? Hello.
I see.
Okay.
So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering wondering about that actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your.
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Oh,
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the SUMERU Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I
बहुत
opened
exhausted
my
feel हो
eyes
रहा
and
है.
stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small... In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding... Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier. Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare some. All right, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, though...
चलो फूड बनाने है मेरे पास पड़ा हुआ है कितना कचरे जैसा फूड. ओके कुछ तो बना रहे. ठीक है बना भाई.
All done. Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since we already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing.
Amazing.
And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
अपेक्षा किधर तो गायब हो जानी चाहिए. मैं एक्चुअली खाने को देख रहा था तो मैं मतलब मेरा हाथ एक तेरा बिजी है दूसरा. What's up? अभी दिखा.
Are you already finished cooking? Smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Oh. Enjoy.
Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling spirit. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without...
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make spirit borneo primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the SUMERU Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth. Naturally, anyone who can establish a connection with Irminsul in their first ever attempt must be a person of great understanding.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experience the sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of spirit-born ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of spirit-born ale should no longer...
Well, that's relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am as a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful. Or I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involvement.
So knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risk, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the god of wisdom herself. And they have the curious power.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound...
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, the sages say that wisdom implies rationality, but that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Remind me of a dream I saw from...
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your... I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the Academia, and went on to become a researcher. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw it. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be.
Nobody guess.
Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if...
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. World... if only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin
Satyavada life.
I might have some more answers for you.
Paripurna.
If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors.
Yes. हे
Besides,
गेम मध्ये
I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
सो बेसिकली हा जो नवीन रिजन आहे तो इन्स्पायर्ड आहे इंडियन एशियन्स आणि मिडल ईस्टर्न सगळं इजिप्त आणि ते सगळं.
Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
हा म्हणजे इंडिया पण इन्स्पिरेशन आहे ना. आता इथे एक विलेज आहे त्याचं नाव गंधर्व आहे आणि आता ती परिपूर्ण आता जे बोललो ना तो एक स्टेज आहे सगळे असं. आणि काय हो हे माहिती नव्हतं. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये एक देव आहे रुख देवता माहिती आहे तुला काय ते एकाचं नाव आहे. हा नाही माहिती. हा माहिती आहे ती तेच बोलते. चलो हम लोग बाय लैंड जाते हैं. Dude, you know, it will be great if I create a video how to pronounce Sumeru. What do you call? Ember की जरूरत नहीं है. We can take her.
More companions! Hooray!
Just for. Oh. Shit. खिड़की. Oh, you're almost there. Nice. 9 सेकंड का ही कूल है. मैं कुछ बीटिंग. रुको मेरे को ये चेंज करने दो. अच्छा चलो भाई स्वैप. What you want?
Tainari, refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam.
गुलाम अरे भाई
Listen
साहब.
to Tainari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation. I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So,
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tainari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
भाई टेक्नोलॉजी लाइक मेरे को छोड़ो ट्रैवलर को लेके
Despite
जाओ.
coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer.
आई तो बक लुकी बक.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
गुलाम भाई गुलाम मीन्स स्लेव.
इकडे बघ डब्बा इकडे आहे. डब्बा हा बघ इकडे हा बघ खाली बिस्किटचा डब्बा.
स्लेव ना. हाँ
आम्ही आहे.
स्लेव और सर्वेंट
हे
समथिंग
बघ काय
लाइक
करते
दैट.
बघ.
ओहो आई थॉट वो बोले मैं नहीं आ सकता इसको लेके जाओ बस ठीक है.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist, but all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful
काय केलं मी
trip.
जे
The
केलं.
main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru.
That's
Yes
right.
sir.
We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, Do you at least know anyone?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fair. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amurta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you... It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Devata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise. So I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
I guess वो कान करेगा.
Sumeru City!
Goodbye.
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to...
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw, she knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you.
Thanks, Tainari.
Yes, sir.
Farewell. And good...
Peace. Arey? What is up? What is up?
I've been waiting for you two.
Yes.
Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale.
Please take care of yourself.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect.
GG.
I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition, but I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine.
There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's...
Thank you. That means a lot. It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember?
Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now,
Let's go.
I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Gandharvaville.
I, trainee forest ranger Kale, bid you both farewell.
चलो भाई खत्म चंपा. So now this is where. तो इधर काम आता है. देखो ये मैंने ऑलरेडी सब करके रखा था so that बाद में बीटी नहीं होना चाहिए. ये इम्पोर्टेंट फोटोस में खोल ही दिया था पहले दिन और बोला कि वापस अभी चलो इनजुमा लफड़ी करने. इधर है. ओके लेट्स गो पुनपुन. बू. ओ सबने कान में बाली लगाया. Yeah, finally here. Yeah.
When those people entered the city, something...
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Jain.
yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device.
Okay.
Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need.
Okay.
I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Okay.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds...
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently Here are your Akasha terminals. See?
Nice. Okay, so will this be a gadget
It kinda looks like a leaf.
that हम लोग बाकी characters से भी कर सकते हैं?
Simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice.
Oh, Says this little doodad lets you access knowledge. Maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanagi. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
ओह आ गया है डैम ये क्या ओके सिर्फ कान में
Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! Get it!
Exactly. That, and with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City.
May the wisdom of Dendro Archon always be your guide. Must I?
Okay,
Mahatma.
now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanagi. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems pretty similar to what Kali was telling us.
Okay, so I feel ठीक है अभी बोला कि 500 years ago वो born हुई थी तो मतलब sorted है कि वो कुछ उसका संबंध ही नहीं रहेगा स्टोरी के साथ उसको कुछ पता ही नहीं रहेगा बट why I feel कि like वो may be a fake god रहेगी or something like that I don't know why.
Next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Paimon doesn't sense anything.
Same thing happened to me.
Focusing on this question feels like when you.
Paimon's
brain
brain
is exhausted.
I will try asking the Akasha something else.
Oh, smart idea. But what are you going to ask it?
Okay. Why doesn't the Akasha answer my question? English. Okay. There's some knowledge. I don't know, but there are. कुछ नहीं चलो ना छोड़ो ना अंदर देखते दो अपन ही ढूंढते कुछ
You too?
I probably need to calm feeling of nostalgia sadness anxiety also come
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of
हाँ ना even if the query requires another basement.
Huh. Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru?
Yeah.
You know, maybe we're...
Oh,
well, seems no matter which way we
we
try,
can't find anything
we
that
can't find anything that'll lead us
let's
to
guess.
Lesser Lord Kusanagi. He's
Oh,
from
हाँ.
Sumeru and even has a position in the
maybe
academia.
we will चलो भाई उसको ढूंढते अभी
Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a
चलो
look.
अरे
Hopefully he's at home.
हम लोग एक्चुअली रॉन्ग जगह पे आए रे इधर ही था वो हम पूरा फुकट का इतना घूमते बैठा मैं What's up?
Are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Damn, nice voice.
You see, Tainari sent us here.
What? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results.
Misunderstood, yes.
This is a letter.
Oh, let me see. Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanagi.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself?
But this is exactly my
This isn't exactly my area of expertise.
Okay.
Sorry, the Akasha.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise.
I'm on
I am
the
but a lowly
learner,
researcher,
so
so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanagi returned to Sumeru, she's never left.
Huh. Didn't expect her.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of info.
Aw, but then what?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could and besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanagi. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example.
No, मैंने
It's a
कहा
miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish. Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me.
So by area of
Hey,
expertise.
come on.
Hey.
Paimon's expectations. So what do we do now? Even
So
if we
now
want
has
to
to
talk to
run
someone, we don't know anybody.
Huh?
Like who?
Add extra Sasuke.
Catherine!
Yes.
The Adventurers Guild has.
Add Sasuke. हमें वाटी लगा था. Add extra Sasuke. पहली बार दिमाग लगाया ट्रैवलर ने, वैसा लग रहा है. What is up? She's a robot, by the way.
Hello, Traveler and Paimon.
Hey.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord
Do you know how we can?
You two wish to meet with SUMERU's Archon.
Understood. Please wait. Oh, damn. Okay, कुछ नहीं, इसको भी कुछ नहीं मिलेगा.
I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my...
Aww, another dead end. Well, if
She's a robot. जैसे वो बोल रही थी मुझे वही लग रहा है.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating...
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception.
Okay.
Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30.
Thanks a bunch, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Okay. So it's almost 9, तो हम लोग ये क्वेस्ट लाइन खत्म करते हैं. कौन सा था? ये वाला, द ट्रायल टू द गॉड ऑफ विजडम. एंड फिर बाद में नेक्स्ट चालू होगा तो ओपन. ओके, ये ज़्यादा बड़ा है, रुको. कैन वी टीपी देयर? यस सर, वी कैन. चिल करेंगे अपन, ड्रिल करेंगे. किधर गया? 48 इधर ही है. किधर गया? ओ ये साइड, इधर कूदना चाहिए ना. अरे और दूर. ओके, इधर है. ब्रैप दुशूम अलहत्ता दिखना चाहिए. शपथ, अलहतिम क्या उसका नाम है मुझे पता नहीं, पर वो बहुत बहुत पावर लगा भाई.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
Yes sir. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about some...
ओके, मैं गलती से स्पेस बटन दबा दिया.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you this way.
That's fun.
It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help.
Wait, seriously?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious. So
and as far as it goes, we can access
they
less than
originally
you.
came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own 2 hands to carve out a living. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru.
Oh? What?
Let's take the academia, for example.
The ones who...
They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods,
Most
most
of
of them
them-
only care for the late greater Lord Rugadavada.
Ruka Devata.
In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru
Gifted us the...
and
Okay.
gifted us with the Akasha. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with greater... Not to mention that lesser Lord Kusanagi
makes an
never
appearance.
makes an appearance. And the Academia never announces anything about her.
Really? Aw. After hearing all all of...
But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it.
Besides, I'm sure, don't worry
I'm sure
about it.
All right, well...
No problem.
Yes. Yes. ठीक है, after the girls ये यार वो पूछने मत लगा रे please. हाँ नसीब.
Seems Osfund was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it.
Okay.
Asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. The harder we try, the more helpless everything seems.
Okay.
Isn't there at least one person in this entire...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord
Oh!
Kusanali?
Huh?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Oh, nice. Hello.
Really? Then do you...
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the
What
Dendro
sort of
Archon.
legend? Bata bata.
It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to...
Okay,
And then the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and
as long as I continue
of
thinking on the
dancing
what another story. ठीक है.
Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside.
In a way, it seems like this story is all...
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser
You
Lord
look-
Kusanali,
Are
can
they
you
gonna
tell us
attack us?
anything else about her?
Of course. So, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now.
ये दोनों को ने कुछ तो कांड करने वाले हैं. I guess हम लोगों के पीछे लगेंगे. Something like that.
What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting so...
Funny man, she
We finally managed to Let's see if we can get rid of them.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress?
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you?
Yeah, she went...
Quick, after her.
अरे she Paimon noob.
That should keep him busy for a while.
Oh, okay. Smart. I give you that Paimon. You are smart. Paimon. ठीक है, पर जाना किधर है? Oh, what's up?
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two.
Huh.
Oh,
I.
you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more. Uh-oh. Looks like there's some coming this way.
मारूंगा तो ना बोल. तेरे लिए मार ही देगा मैं.
What are we standing here for?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone.
चलो. Can't क्या रे नारकर? What is up? Chuma in the chat. अरे चल ना भाई. Let's go. Border hands कैसे ये अच्छा हो गया अभी इसका मैं ये अच्छी तरह कंट्रोल कर सकता है. Yes, let's in. So we doing a story quest जो पहले starting में ज़रा ऐसा लगता है ये क्या सुन रहा है मैं बाद में I'm like कि ओ क्या ही crazy हो रहा है. So yes, if you're interested अभी ये देख ले पीछे का मतलब बहुत मिस किया अभी तो ये एक्ट खत्म होने का आएगा I guess but let's see. अरे by the way this region is based on India.
They shouldn't be able to find us now.
Wait,
Stand down, Dia.
Oh.
My lady, who are these two?
Dude, क्या दिखती है ये?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe.
घंटे का bodyguard.
My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worried.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Dude.
Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer?
Dude, shawarma.
Ever again.
Dude, shawarma idhar.
A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that.
Bhai, that's called Indian influence.
This isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my... That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was... And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. And I know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. I still won't accept, and every time I bring this up, they just change the subject.
Yeah.
Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same. This is my life and my last chance.
My lady, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine, I won't ask, but let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your...
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now.
Dude, इसको rude बोलते हैं.
And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady.
I
did say that I like Mora.
That's
Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the...
Lol, क्या ही?
Yeah, looks like they've reached an understanding.
Yes, sir. Okay, इसको भूख लगा.
I'm fine, really.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a...
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join.
Sure.
Let's go.
Rest up. We want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, sir. I don't think so. पहले 3 घंटे में हम लोगों का आर्कन दिखने भी वाली है.
Well, if it isn't Dia, haven't seen you, and word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now.
You get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Oh. No need to break the bank. We'll eat whatever you order. Don't worry about it. We'll pay for our own. नहीं.
Yeah, we're already super grateful for everything you told us about Lesser.
How about our
Coconut
charcoal cakes?
Okay.
They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are.
चलेगा ठीक है.
They look kind of burnt and dry.
Paimon pass.
Paimon will pass.
Picky Paimon now. That's a. But you.
What do you have?
After ordering, continue chatting there.
We asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon?
I don't know. I think
Even though... Huh? Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me... I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends. My parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any hope. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind.
Don't be scared. You don't have. Oh.
Dinyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
This is Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Who are you? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but really? Of course. Wow, you really do know everything.
Okay.
Dinyarzad, is there anything you want? Want?
Not
really? Huh? But aren't you a child?
All children have wishes. Tell me what you want. Maybe I.
Oh.
Puffy enough to do that right now. Can you be my friend? Yes, sir.
After that, the voice said, although my body was suffering during those days, that voice beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it. But she said that I must have been, but I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. I've been hoping for...
What's the SUMERU's festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Oh!
Which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru.
Those are the festivals.
But because of the academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the
I guess academia may be the villains, but let's see.
Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist.
Lol.
Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death. It is. It's actually sure the Greater Lord founded Sumeru. But hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before. So I was never able. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for.
Hold on, my lady. Does this friend happen to be Nilu?
Arey
The one
yaar.
who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face.
It
seemed like she was hiding something in her arms.
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today and see how things are.
So Nilu will be the character जो next patch में आने वाली है.
Sure, that's quite the trip though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens...
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested.
Nilu is like a hydro character. तो जो मैं भी सोचा था उस पे विश करने को, but I'm like कि नहीं, I have to save. सेविंग्स कुछ नहीं है। ओ ये ट्री वर्क मुझे बहुत पसंद है, मस्त दिख रहा है। इसे 100 मीटर है तो मैं टीपी कर लेगा। ओ इधर कुछ तो प्लेटफॉर्म है ना, तो उधर नाचती रहेगी नीलू। डिच 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 डिच। इधर है अभी, इधर से नहीं रुको एक सेकंड। अरे बंद कर रही है। You have to jump. और नीचे चलो। ओ ओके, ग्रैंड बाजार मतलब सिर्फ नीचे का। ओ
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home. But you made it in the end.
ओह क्या प्लीजिंग आवाज है इन लोगों का।
But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
अरे we are the saviors.
Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at SUMERU City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Yep.
That's wonderful. You two By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do.
Probably?
Don't
But
sweat
don't
it.
sweat it. We've already finished renovating.
चलो भाई स्टेज। अरे इसका ई नहीं। Let's go दिखा।
Wow, this place is amazing.
Not bad.
वो नीलू इधर डांस
Last
करेगी।
time I
Nice.
was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to...
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be... We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold this... Thank the Danger Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for...
It's our dream. I'll do my best.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
I thought नीलू स्कैम करने वाली है, but ठीक है, नहीं किया उसने।
Dance of Sub-Zeros, the most important performance at the Sub-Zeros.
Let's go.
Have you told him the origin of this holiday?
Yes,
I
sir.
only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sub-Zeros festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing. So the Goddess of Flowers, as she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Sounds like they are great. Yes.
Of course they did. When people
Also,
mention the
think of-
gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had... Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the divine,
we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our
Then
well
I
wishes to the
noticed
Dendro
that
Archon.
someone's cutting. Okay, it symbolizes the
They
flower.
symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
Yeah.
You
The
have
greater
brought the
lord
new
brought
color.
forth Padisara's memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately...
Thinking about the goddess of flowers
No,
dance
no,
makes me...
no.
If my stage were anything like
It's
that... So,
I'm traveler. I
Traveler
think
in
I'm
Paimon,
interested in this.
what do you think?
All
Oh,
of Lesser
hell
Lord
yeah.
Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday.
I'll look at
It'll be a good
that.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea!
Let's go. Sure.
Hey, come on! There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival!
Besides, let's help.
Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday!
ठीक है भाई.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zero's festival together?
Yes, sounds like a plan.
Everyone at the Grand Bazaar
अरे
loves
miss करो.
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Way forward. ठीक है. I guess अभी बात करना रहेगा.
Make my escape.
ये skip करा मैं. This is not important.
Dancing as a child, my grandmother
ठीक है. नहीं. I don't feel this is important. मैं ये skip करा. Okay. किधर है? ओ इधर ही है सब. ओहो भाई साहब ये देख ईतो का बॉडी ऐसा रहना चाहिए था.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the fest. Don't be fooled into thinking. And when it comes,
ठीक है चलो. कुमारी.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair?
That's so
And
funny.
did you know that the Sub-Zero's festival is about...
ठीक है. और किससे बात करने का? 2 दिन बाकी. इससे बात करूँगा और ऊपर बाद में आता.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the I don't know much about... Oh, and the perfume sold around... I mean...
है. कुछ तो उसने उसका गिल्टी प्लेजर के बारे में बात किया. अरे. ओ बोलो.
Nilu, your outfit looks... Wow, did you sew all...
ठीक है. ये इतना काम का नहीं था. Oh, cutscene, nice.
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is?
Looks like Catherine. Oh, so she's not a robot?
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
Exactly.
Hey, Catherine?
Ignore करेगी वो.
Oh, hey!
Shit.
It's the traveler in Paimon.
What's shaking?
What's shaking?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssal.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous.
Like watching the
Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to...
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about...
Yes, you should keep searching.
The answer we're
Sometimes the
looking
answers
for.
we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar
Anyways, what
recently?
brings you here, Kathy?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here.
Okay.
If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on,
it looks like it's about time for me to be head.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventures Guild.
Hey.
Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the...
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people
You
here.
already been blessed by
You've
the
already been blessed by the
See around. Oh, उसको मालूम है कि हम लोगों ने वैसा वो जुफ पावर ले लिया था उसका.
There's something really...
हाँ
Hey,
ना.
traveler.
Oh, hey, Dia.
What's
I've
going
got
on?
something to tell you.
My lady knows you.
you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come.
Oh.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much.
बोल
I
मत
need
कि
to
जा
take you two
उधर.
somewhere and ask someone some questions.
बोल मत कि लग उधर ऊपर जाके भाई अंदर घुसो.
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the
Maybe
moment.
find a place for.
Nilu's found a place for her to rest.
Let's go. तो slow मत चलना please.
Let's head over to the Citadel of
This would be better. Dude, एक second. Don't tell me कि नसीब ज़्यादा लिया हमने. Oh, it's here only. ठीक है. भाई मारो. What's up?
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you.
I
haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
आरामात. तुझाच आवाज येतो.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the
Yes, yes, sir. Oh, Al-Hattim. Al-Hattim na? Al-Hattim or Al-Hatta? क्या नाम है उसका?
Oh, hey, Chief.
Dia, what are
Yeah,
you
they
doing
answered
here?
the three together.
I take it you all know.
We met this morning after the event.
No kidding.
Rookshaw's gone over to the academia. The Grand Sage recently.
Oh, I have heard
ordered
about
Sumeru City
Rookshaw.
to begin bolstering its defenses.
Shahrukh ka ulta.
So people from all over have been called back to the city. Since
Mentioned,
mentioned the theft, I suppose.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Why the heck?
Sorry, what?
Just recently, the Academia lost something.
There's
And there's a
a chance
chance the
that
item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case...
I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Case.
Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the
the
largest
largest.
commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos. So the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other... If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourself.
Why should we do that?
If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the...
Are you serious, Chief? All
Oh,
the
yeah,
Academia
kinda.
students are in Sumeru City, you know.
No,
Why
I
should they
see.
pretend to be...
If you're also interested.
Count
Okay.
me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here. There are even
Okay.
some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are.
Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King's been dead
And
for
now they
thousands
started.
of years.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god. Well, traveler, that's a...
Thanks, Dia. And since we've gathered all we
Okay.
could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival. So, be sure to get yourselves back here in time for
Yes,
that.
sir.
Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Okay, so I guess this concludes. Yes. Okay. So हम लोग क्या करेंगे कि we will end the stream over here and then on Monday हम लोग जाएंगे इधर नीचे. एक सेकेंड, मैंने कुछ भी टेलीपोर्टर अनलॉक नहीं किया. ओके हाँ, तो इधर से आई कैन ट्रैवल ओवर हियर और इधर आने के बाद मैं स्ट्रीम चालू कर दूंगा, ये ओपन कर दूंगा बस ये सब, और बाद में स्ट्रीम चालू होगा. क्या वाली कुछ लगा तो, बट यस सर. सो विल मीट यू ऑन मंडे. सो अगर स्ट्रीम पसंद आया रहेगा तो यू नो व्हाट टू डू, लाइक शेयर कमेंट एंड सब्सक्राइब एंड शेयर करो अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ जो हुआ इंटरेस्टेड इन गेंशिन अ बिट लाइक स्टोरी देखते क्या मन, वो लोग बोले कि ओ मस्त है चलो घुसते अपन. सो यस, सी यू ऑन मंडे. मेरा मोस्टली सैटरडे संडे ऑफ रहता है, बट फ्राइडे ऑफ लिया था मैंने, तो आई वाज लाइक ठीक है सैटरडे को स्ट्रीम करते हैं. बट यस, सी या नेक्स्ट टाइम. टिल देन पीस.